After I was denied my job seeker visa last year to Portugal, so I spoke to my mentor, who was currently living in Portugal already as of last year. So she advised me to say, okay, let's look for other opportunities to move to Portugal. So that was when we started looking at other opportunities. So she told me to look into the D8 Digital Nomad Visa to Portugal. So I should look into it, look at the requirement, and see if it's something that I can actually do. Because at first she told me to try the study route, but just that the study route is a little bit tiring. The legalization, the authentication, and you need to pay school fees, and once you arrive here, you start looking for a job. You start paying fees and everything, so it will take a little bit time to settle in as a student, coupled with the fact you'll be owing school fees that you need to pay, all of that. So that was when I was thinking of D8 Digital Nomad Visa and all of that. So I was looking at the requirements, looking at what it entails and everything. So I discovered a lot, but just that at some point I couldn't continue because there's some few things that is required that I wasn't able to, that I cannot get at that particular moment. The some contracts, some documentations needed, which I can actually get at that time. So I'm actually making this video now to kind of like share this type of visa route to people. And if you're someone out there who actually meets this requirement, trust me, just go for it. The study route is not something that is not the only way to move here. Of course, this is actually good because as a digital nomad, you are coming here to work, like as a remote worker. Now, first of all, who is a digital nomad? Digital nomad is someone who is able to use technology to work remotely around the world. And Portugal in 2022 introduced the D8 Digital Nomad Visa, and this is a residency visa that allows you to work and live here, and after 5 years you can apply for your residency. And one thing about this particular type of visa is you can actually move with your family too. You can move with your spouse, your child, as long as you're able to provide all the documentations, prove the means of sustenance and everything. Trust me, you get the visa and you move here. So let's look at some of the requirements that's needed. All right, first of all, you need to have a valid passport. Of course, a passport is needed, two passport photographs, then proof of remote work. This is where you show what you're gonna do, and the remote work has to be outside Portugal. Not that the company is already in Portugal; it has to be outside Portugal. So, if you're someone who is in Nigeria, maybe your boss or something like you have a business here that you're doing. It's not necessarily that it must be a tech job or something like that. Something you can work remotely, and it's something you can do remotely. All right, it goes for it. Now, another thing again is the proof of your remote work. It has to be maybe your employment letter, your work contract, or everything. That's just to show that that you can work remotely. When the visa consular looks at all these documents, he says, we have to prove, this person can actually work remotely when he or she moves to Portugal. Then another one again is the financial statements. For Portugal, 3 months bank statements needed. And for the DA visa, that is the digital nomad visa, you need to have at least, for this year, you need to have at least 3,480 euros per month. That is 4 times of the minimum wage in Portugal. As of 2025, the minimum wage increased to 870. That is, if you say 870 times 4, that is four times of the minimum wage. That is 3,480. Then for the 3 months, you do 3,480 times 4. That is 10,444 euros. That's what you need to show as your bank statement. That's for the means of sustenance. Then you also need to have proof of accommodation. That's where you want to stay. When you look up online, so many websites will tell you need to have at least 1 month's rent or 1 month's lease. Of course, there's some websites you can actually go and get this, like Uni Places, Rent a Home, Roomless, Rentola. These are places you can actually get 1 year rent or 1 year lease for you to use for your visa application. All right, you also need to get your health insurance or your travel insurance. You need to get this in check. And if you also look up this particular type of visa online, you see they require you to get a NIF number, that is the identification number, and they also need to get a Portuguese account. Well, there's actually a website based on my discovery, you can actually use to get a NIF number from Nigeria or a Portuguese number, even though you're outside Portugal. This website is called Border. Well, you don't have to worry about all these things because I'll be making a video. I will share my screen with you guys, and you guys will see all these places, all these websites I just talked about, rent uni places, Border, and all these requirements I'm just talking about. So you get to see them, and I will list them out. I'll just type them out on my screen so you guys can actually look into this type of visa and everything. Then your flight itineraries, your flight reservations, and everything that is needed. All right, so for people who actually be looking for ways to actually move to Portugal, trust me, this is actually what another route you can look into. And the good thing about this particular type of visa is I've met Nigerians. I've met like 2 Nigerians. I met one yesterday. He came into Portugal around September last year as a digital nomad, as a DA visa. All right, so as a DA visa. And one funny thing about this thing is the guy, he saw me, like I was working on the web. He saw me, he said, "Yo, I know you." I said, "Where do you know me from?" He said, "Yo, you're that guy on YouTube." Yeah, of course. He said, "You're the Turismo guy." So we exchanged number, we talked, we shared experience and everything. So I asked him, like, "Okay, are you here as a student?" He said no. He said he came in as a digital nomad. I said, "Well, that's nice because I'll be looking into making researches regarding this type of visa route so that I will share with my audience." So see, I've also met Australians who came into Portugal to live here as digital nomads. I've met a lot of people, for real, different nationalities who came here as a digital nomad. So trust me. So if you're somebody you met, or like you have all these requirements, you can do it. If you have a registered business in Nigeria or anywhere, trust me, this is also a route that you need to consider. Right? So I'll be sharing my screen with you guys. I will list out the documents, I will list out the criteria and everything, the requirements, so that you can actually take your time, research, look into it, and see if it's something you can actually do. The study route is not the only route to Portugal. And one good thing about it, you can actually move with your family. And the DA type of visa also allows something called unification, which means if you decide, okay, you want to come to Portugal, like by yourself, like you want to come to Portugal alone first, then later you will invite your family, fine. There is something called unification. It also allow you to invite your spouse, your children to come into Portugal through the family unification of a thing. So you just need to go through the procedures, and your family will join you here too. But if you want to move with your family all together, fine, no problem. This also allows it. Just that you need to show more financial proof. You need to show more means of sustenance that will cater for you and your family too. All right. So let's go to my screen and let's see all these requirements. I will list them out, and if you have questions, and we'll look into it too. So let's go to my screen, guys. Welcome to my screen, guys. So let's get into this. I've actually typed all this out here, so I'll take my time to explain to you guys what this is for. So for someone who is interested in the D8 Digital Nomad Visa, these are the requirements you need to take care of. First of all, the visa form, which is very simple. You can read through and sign and fill your information correctly. Now, for the letter of intent, this is where you write to the consular officer, letter embassy, your reason why you want this DA visa. And remember, it's a residency visa, which is you can actually come to Portugal. Then after 5 years, you can apply for the citizenship and all of that to get a passport. Then here you will tell them your remote work, your intention of coming to Portugal, what you want to do, and all of that. So this needs to be very, very strategic. Like you need to be very, very logical when writing this letter. Then your valid passport, 2 passport recent photographs. That is based on the Schengen type of passport, not just the regular passport. Then proof of regular income. Now this regular income is a little bit tricky because the requirement is you must have 4 times minimum wage of Portugal. As of 2025, the minimum wage is 870. Then for the 4 times, that has to do with, let me open my calculator. Let's do the maths, guys. Let me see. Okay, 870 times 4. Now monthly, you're expected to have this monthly as proof of regular income, 3,480 euros as of this year. Now you have to have a latest bank statement confirming the applicant's monthly income. That is 3,480 income, which is your monthly, times 3-month bank statement. You're supposed to have this as your closing balance, 10,440 euros. Let's see how much this is in Naira. I believe I've checked before. Okay, 16,556,796 naira. That is for in naira. All right, it equals this in naira. Someone who is in Nigeria. Now, the next one again is latest tax return. So, if you're someone who is a business owner, you file your taxes, you pay your taxes. This is required for your application. Now, proof of remote work. Remember, you're coming in as a digital nomad. Of course, you need to show the embassy that there's something that you're doing. Yeah, of course, you need to show them that that's remote job you're doing. You need to show proof of it. Now, to show proof of it, you need an employment contract from your company or whatever, your freelance agreement. Someone who's a web developer, someone who's a software engineer, maybe he's a freelancer with a company in US or anywhere. There must be an agreement you sign with your company before you are employed. Show that. Now, proof of business ownership for someone who has a business. All right, like I said, it's not necessarily you must be a tech person. Nope. You can have a business that will allow you to work remotely. Show proof of business ownership. Remember, documentation matters. Now, your latest 3 pay slips, the income you have generated from your business is required. Now, the NIF, numeral identification fiscal, that's what this is for. Now, for someone who is outside Portugal, there's this company called Border, right? They will help you to get NIF for your application. So let's check out this Border. Let me copy Control C. Go to my browser. Border. Say. Stay with me, guys, please. Let me just do this. I don't know what's. Yeah, Border. So you're a trusted partner in Portugal. All right. So if you go to there, you can check the price and everything. Go to the service. They can help you to get Portugal NIF number. Outside Portugal, the Portugal bank account, they can help you too, and Portugal NIS number. These are some of the information that I don't have last year. All right, this is information I'm sharing with you guys now. These are the information that I was not able to get last year. You know, here in Portugal, I've actually met Nigerians, I've met Australians, I've met people from different nationalities that came into Portugal as digital nomads. So when I talk and discuss with them, they share their experiences, their documentations with me. All right, and these are things that I was not able to get last year when I was still in Nigeria. And this one I'm making this video to share with you guys. So Border will help you to get a Portugal bank account, a Portugal NIS number, which is your social security number, and the NIF number for taxes and all of that. All right, then let's continue. This and this Border takes care of it. Let me type it. Border take care of it. Then proof of accommodation in Portugal. At least when you check some websites, they require you to have at least 1 year lease or rental agreement. And places you can get this are uni places, websites, Roomless or Spot a Home. Let's check out the uni places. Is very popular because I know some Australians that actually used uni places. So uni places, let's check out. So uni places can actually go to get a rental agreement from. You can see Lisbon, Spain, Italy, Madrid, Port, London, anywhere. This will help you to get a rental agreement or a lease agreement for you to support the application to Portugal. All right, you can also check out Roomless, which is here. Spot a Home. There's also another one called Rent Ola, but these ones you can check them out if you have intention of trying the D8 Digital Nomad Visa. Then criminal record has to do with your police character certificate, your PPC. For someone who is in Nigeria, your police character, this is your criminal record, and you know that it's valid for 3 months. So it's only when you want to submit a visa, you get it done and authenticate it and all of that. Then proof of valid health insurance. This is your health insurance, your travel insurance. You can get from companies like Alliance, or maybe if you're in other countries, you can check out insurance company in your country. Now, additional document required if you want to submit your application with alongside your dependent, maybe your child, your husband, your wife, anything. You need the marriage certificate for couples, and it must be legalized at the Portugal embassy. All right, so it must be legalized, not just the document alone. It must be legalized. That was why I bracketed here, legalized. All right, let me make it red. Okay, now birth certificates for your children. If you would then move into children, it must be also what, legalized too. Now to make some clarifications based on this thing here, employment contract, freelance agreement, and proof of business ownership. I've started reading some things here just to clear some things. Now, for example, for employment contract, if you are employed by a company outside Portugal, right, the contract should clearly state your role is remote and is not tied to physical location within Portugal, and it should include your job title, your salary, your duration of your employment, and all of that. This is things you need to submit for your application. That is if you want to go with employment contract. Now, for someone who wants to go with freelance agreement, all right, now, if a freelancer, you must provide contract or agreement with clients that are primarily based outside Portugal. Remember, this is remote something. Now, the agreement the agreement must show the job nature, the contract duration, the payment terms, and everything. You also need to show evidence of multiple ongoing contract with clients. So it also helps to support your application. Then proof of business for someone who is a business owner. So if you own a business and it operates remotely, or it has the possibility to operate remotely, all right, show your business registrations. Maybe someone who is in Nigeria, your CAC, your memorandum of understanding, all those things, proof of income, your bank statement with your company's bank name, with your company's bank number, with your company's bank name. I mean to say, and description of your business. Maybe you describe your business with your company letterhead and everything, what you do. All right, so it must be registered outside Portugal, guys, please. All right, these are informations that you need. Like I said before, some of the information I'm sharing with you guys now are the information that I was not able to get during my applications last year. That was why I actually left this particular D8 visa. If not, I would have actually applied for it because it's very, very good. I've met people who actually came here. Right. So now one thing again, I need to state, guys, is remember for the submission, need to use VFS in Lagos, VFS Nigeria, VFS Global, I mean to say. All right, VFS. So if you're maybe VFS, I believe is global. All right. So if you're in Nigeria, book visa appointment with VFS, get all your documents ready. You go there, you pay the visa fee, submit applications, and do whatever is needed. This is a residency visa. After 5 years, you can apply for your citizenship, which is very, very good. All right. So once you come, your visa most times, this is one, they will give 120 days with appointment to print and do whatever you need to do. Then get your 2 years residency. After 2 years, 3 years, then after 5 years, you apply for your residency. All right. So this is for someone who's actually interested in the residency. There are people that just want to test the waters, like come in, see how the country is, and then with them they will move somewhere else. But if you're someone who intends staying here, trust me, this is very, very good for you guys to try out. All right. So please, if you have any questions, like I said before, like I'll keep always saying, leave it on the comment section. I will respond to you immediately. And please, below the description of the video, of this particular video on YouTube, you see the Telegram channel link. Please join, ask your questions, join the community. We have amazing people there, people who have been supporting, asking questions, supporting each other on this journey. All right, so you can join and ask your questions. People are there to support you as well. So give this video a thumbs up, right, to be pushed out to people who are looking for video contents like this. All right, please subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys. I so much appreciate you guys, for the returning subscribers, for the people who are seeing the video for the first time. I appreciate you guys. Remember, peace, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. So, thanks. Bye for now.